Hey everybody, it's Sean again. I guess I'm doing the AMA while I'm waiting for my food to cook. Uh, I was asked, do you ever wear any hats other than baseball caps? No, not really. I've got a lot of different hats, but I don't really wear them. Uh, I usually see them, I'm like, oh, that hat's awesome, and then I buy it. Um, I've got a Superman hat that is like furred and blue and shit, and that's kind of my personality, I guess. Goals with lifts, I don't really have goals. I just want to be stronger. I wouldn't mind being able to bench 500, wouldn't mind being able to break 2100 or 2000 or whatever for all three lifts, but I'm not really working towards it. Um, Once I've reached my lifting goals, what do I want to do? Well, I mean, the thing that I want the most is to be an IFBB pro. So that's my goal right now, is being able to compete and then getting practice and then continuing on that journey. So pet peeves, I hate people that gripe about my music. I get really irritated when people complain about things and then don't do anything about it. Um, which probably makes me a hypocrite, but whatever. I get really angry when people get on my computer. But that's pretty much it. I'm pretty easygoing. Um, Favorite candy is Starburst. What I like to do is I like to take the two different kinds of flavors and mush them together and then eat them that way. Favorite 80s or 90s cartoon shows? Again, this is not exactly something. By the way, there's my cat. He loves me. Uh, this is not anything groundbreaking, but I mean, I loved Winnie the Pooh, DuckTales, Chip and Dale, and then, the early Nick cartoons, stuff like that. Uh, Cat, what are you doing? Stop. But, next question is, what's the worst thing you ever did to somebody? I guess the worst thing that I did to someone physically, which is what I'll go with, was when I was younger, I had a really bad temper and I was really aggressive. And I was at a video store and this guy came out, or this guy was waiting in his car for his girlfriend, and she came out and she was like, I couldn't find the movie that you wanted. And he just hauled off and slapped her. And I drug him out of his car and beat the unholy hell out of him. He was saying he was going to press charges, but then he backed off and everybody else was like, oh, we didn't see anything because you're a jackass. My favorite line from a book, I have two that I have to find because I apparently lost them. Damn it. This is a book that everybody should read, I think. It's fantasy, obviously. Some people don't like fantasy, but it's still like the characters are so good, even though Quoth is kind of a Mary Sue, that you just can't help but enjoy it. Anyways, my parents danced together, her head on his chest. Both had their eyes closed. They seemed so perfectly content. If you could find someone like that, someone who you can hold and close your eyes to the world with, then you're lucky, even if it only lasts for a minute or a day. The image of them gently swaying to the music is how I picture love in my mind, even after all these years. And then there's another one from the same fucking book, because I'm not very original. I wanted to tell her that she was the first beautiful thing I had seen in 3 years, that the sight of her yawning to the back of her hand was enough to drive the breath from me, how I sometimes lost the sense of her words and the sweet fluting of her voice. I wanted to say that if she were with me, then somehow nothing could ever be wrong for me again. Let's see, next question. Would you rather have no sense of smell or no sight? Probably no smell. I already kind of don't really enjoy smelling things, and I know it would throw off my taste, but I would freak out if I couldn't see. Last adventure I went on, I got irritated, went for a walk, ended up in the bad part of town, and got chased by a group of men that were not very happy with me being in their territory. Let's see. Do I play any sports? I used to play football. I was really good at football. Used to wrestle. Was really good at wrestling. Used to throw shot put for track. Really good at that. But my senior year, I had the worst luck possible. Broke my fingers during football. Lost all my scholarships. Lateraled somebody during regionals, and they bounced off the mat and onto the pavement, and then I got disqualified even though it was obvious I didn't mean to do it. And then I dropped 425 on my chest while benching and couldn't compete in the States for track. Do I have a good luck something? Well, not really. I've got this band that my coach gave me. He went to the Olympia and they were giving them out, and I love Universal, so I wear that, and I guess if anything's going to be my good luck charm, that would be it. The last thing, let's see, favorite thing to do during the day besides the gym. I love to read. If I'm not in the gym, not working, I'm reading. What's the last thing you do before bed? I read. First thing you do in the morning, go to the bathroom. My favorite season is winter. My best friend is probably Josh. I don't have a lot of friends. Left-handed, right-handed, I'm right-handed. My favorite exercise, well, I don't really have a specific favorite exercise, I guess. These days I'm really enjoying one-arm barbell corner rows. My favorite TV show is toss-up between regular show or Adventure Time, but probably regular show. If I could do it all over again, what would you do differently? What would you do the same? There's a lot of stuff that I've done that I would do differently now, because when all through high school, even once I got in shape, I was too scared to, be around people, so I missed out on a lot of experiences that would have been helpful when I needed to do them in, the real world. Where did I grow up? I was born in Alabama, but grew up in North Carolina. Who was my first love? Katie in kindergarten, but then Tommy stole her because he gave her a Kit Kat. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? I wanted to work for NASA. My grandfather worked for NASA. He was the head of safety engineering department, and I grew up with NASA, and I thought that was the most amazing thing ever. When did I decide to get into bodybuilding? When I was 350 pounds, and I was like, I'm tired of being fat, and I never do anything half-assed, so I just dove right in and said, well, fuck it, I'll get in really good shape and do bodybuilding, I guess. If I could visit anywhere in the world, where would you go? Probably somewhere like Sweden or Norway, something like that, because I want to go out into the mountains. What is your favorite place you've ever been? When I was in college the first time, I went to Appalachian, and it's up in the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina, and it is easily the most beautiful place that I've ever been in my life. Who did you vote for in the last election? I voted for Ron Paul. That's the end of the questions. I forgot I have to show off the cat some more. So, this is my boy, And he loves me even when I scruff him, and he's glaring at me right now because he's like, "Don't pick me up like that. How dare you? Don't you know who I am, Daddy? I'm a badass. I'm a badass."